Look at the world around us today. No matter how advanced our civil liberties or technology become, our societies are still fractured. We see systemic racism, corporate greed, and legal systems where the rich can buy their way out while the poor are crushed by the gears of institutional injustice. We spend billions on political reform and social activism, yet true equality eludes us. But what if the blueprint for a perfectly just society already exists? 1,400 years ago, in a brutal tribal Arabian desert where the powerful ruled unchecked, a book was revealed that dismantled discrimination and built history's most egalitarian civilization. Today, we look at how the Holy Quran establishes absolute justice in society and why its divine laws are exactly what our modern world is crying out for. In modern legal systems, we often see a double standard, one rule for the elite and another for the ordinary citizen. The Quran obliterates this hypocrisy. In chapter 4, verse 135, Allah commands, "O you who have believed, be persistently standing firm in justice, witnesses for Allah, even if it be against yourselves or parents and relatives. Whether one is rich or poor, Allah is more worthy of both. So follow not personal inclination, lest you not be just." Think about the psychological weight of this verse. The Quran mandates that your allegiance to truth and justice must override your loyalty to your family, your social status, and even your own self. There is no immunity for the rich and no bias against the poor. When the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, implemented this, he famously stated that even if his own daughter committed a crime, the law
would be applied equally. This absolute impartiality is the first fundamental pillar of social peace. Our modern societies are deeply plagued by racial tension and xenophobia. We classify humans based on the color of their skin or the zip code they were born in. The Quran, however, established a universal human brotherhood. In Surah Al-Hujurat, verse 13, it states, "O mankind, indeed we have created you from male and female, and made you peoples and tribes that you may know one another. Indeed, the most noble of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you." With one single verse, the Quran stripped away racism, nationalism, and elitism. It teaches that diversity is not a tool for division, but a beautiful design for connection. In the eyes of the Creator, a person's worth is evaluated solely by their character, integrity, and consciousness of God, taqwa. When a society adopts this, structural oppression based on race or background crumbles. True justice cannot exist without economic fairness. Today's capitalist systems often allow wealth to concentrate in the hands of the top 1%, leaving the masses struggling to survive. The Quran anticipated this socioeconomic trap. In Surah Al-Hashr, verse 7, Allah explains the purpose of Islamic financial laws, so that wealth does not merely circulate among the rich from among you. To enforce this, the Quran completely banned riba, usury, and exploitative interest, which inherently drains money from the poor to enrich the wealthy. Simultaneously, it mandated zakat, a compulsory welfare tax on idle wealth, not on income. Zakat is not a voluntary charity. It is a legal right belonging to the poor. By ensuring that wealth continuously flows downward, the Quranic model eliminates systematic poverty and bridges the dangerous gap between social classes. The moral measure of any civilization is how it treats its most vulnerable members. Before Islam, women were treated as property, and orphans were stripped of their inheritance. The Quran revolutionized human rights by aggressively defending the marginalized. It dedicated entire chapters to defining the legal rights of women, ensuring their autonomy in marriage,
business, and inheritance long before the Western world ever did. Furthermore, the Quran warns that encroaching on an orphan's wealth is a grave spiritual crime. By giving a voice and legal protection to the weak, the Quran creates a compassionate society where no one is left behind to be preyed upon by the powerful. Here is the ultimate secret of Quranic justice. Human laws only work when the police are watching. People bypass earthly laws through corruption, loopholes, and clever lawyers. But the Quran builds an internal moral compass within every individual through taqwa, the profound awareness of God and accountability in the afterlife. The Quran reminds us that every atom's weight of good or evil will be brought forth on the day of judgment. When citizens genuinely believe that they cannot escape the divine court of the Almighty, they act justly, even in total darkness. This spiritual accountability turns external enforcement into internal transformation. True justice is not an impossible dream. It is an actionable reality. But to achieve it, we must look beyond flawed, human-made political systems and return to the flawless, objective standards set by the divine. The Quran is not just a book to be chanted. It is a living constitution meant to heal humanity. Which of these 5 principles do you think our modern society needs to implement right now? Let's start a conversation in the comments below. If you believe the world needs this message of divine justice, hit the like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe to Social Echo Global for more deep dives into faith, purpose, and spiritual growth. Until next time, keep seeking the truth.